Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So what a way to start a new year. There is a huge farming protest that is going to be happening this January and is claimed to be bigger than ever. You'll probably be aware there's already been 2 or 3 protests last year where the farmers are kicking off because they're not happy with the latest legislation. Government brought in a rule where they're charging a 20% inheritance tax on land and assets. We're not just talking about, guys, the cash that's sitting in a bank, but they're taxing their working assets. So it's totally understandable that a lot of farmers are not happy because it's going to be affecting a lot of them. So unfortunately, as I said, they already had a couple of protests. They have threatened us with the food shortages. We've seen a little bit, we have seen shortages and gaps on the shelves, but unfortunately that hasn't got through to the government. Although they're continuously saying that they're not going to change their decision, and they're saying that there's always going to be contingency plans to make sure that the shelves are stocked. However, the farmers are not happy with the results. And guys, to be fair, okay, it is not all 100% because of the 20%. They've been attacking farmers left, right and center. Those guys work tremendous hours just to put the food on our table. But the government keeps selling them out. The whole idea is they don't want to have farmers anymore. And again, at the same time, what really adds insult to an injury, that the money they're trying to raise from those poor farmers, they actually give an exact amount to European farmers. We're talking about 500 million. This is quite a lot of money, so technically we don't have to do this. And at the same time, they're going for the just true working farmers. That could potentially go to the other companies, if they needed some extra money for the budget. Actually go for the companies that don't pay tax in this country, yet operate in this country, but no, they're targeting farmers deliberately. So it's totally understandable that those guys are really had enough. So they're now taking this one step further to make government listen, because as they say, many of them have very little or nothing to lose. So what is going to be happening, okay? Apparently from approximately 10th of January, okay, they're going to be start using their tractors to barricade supermarket distribution centers. Initially, okay, they're saying it's going to be done for a few hours, and then if the government doesn't listen, they're going to be doing this for 12 to 24 hours. And what really that means to us, guys, is they're going to bring the country to a halt. There's literally only a couple of articles about there, and they're saying this, how little the distribution centers are about. I think it's only about 30 of them. So if you can imagine, if they barricade the entrance of distribution centers, there is no food will be coming out of the distribution centers to go to our supermarkets. And the whole idea is they're trying to make government listen, because saying, well, if there's not going to be any food coming into the supermarkets, it's going to be chaos. We know this, like with anything, something always happens, or if something happens, the food gets cleared off the shelves first. So if you can imagine, if it's not food coming in, it's gonna be a chaos. And they're basically saying if the government doesn't listen, okay, when they do this for a short period of time, if they barricade distribution centers for 12 to 24 hours, it's gonna be a complete shutdown of economy. So they're hoping that it's going to make government listen and hopefully change their mind, or at least consider. There's going to be some controversy, and there's going to be some upset people who will think that it's really unfair that the farmers potentially can restrict food coming into the supermarkets and potentially go on the wrong side. This is not the idea, guys. We have to stand with our farmers. They do this for the greater good. They just had enough. I just say this one more time, guys. It's just not about the inheritance tax anymore. It's just attack on the poor farmers from every angle. We need to stand by them and understand that they need to do what they need to do. It is not a big deal, okay, if you don't have any food in the supermarket for a day or two. We're talking about, if they're talking about total, economical collapse, it's a different matter. But we don't believe that, or I don't believe, in fact, that government will let them get to this stage, because that's going to be stupid. However, the government continuously telling us that do have a contingency plan and make sure that the food is always going to be on the shelves in a supermarket. Saying that are really funny, hard to believe, because they mentioned it last time, but they never actually tell us what the plan is. So my point is, nonetheless, guys, trying to support the farmers, okay? Just think of a bigger picture. As a prepper, okay, my thing to you, if you don't have any food and if you're worried, okay, that supermarket shelf is going to be empty for, for a couple of days, just as a prepper, just telling you, go in there, okay, and squirrel some food away. It doesn't have to be a lot, but if you're relying on certain things, then put some bits in the cupboard and protect yourself from that potential shortages. So that's that, guys. So yes, apparently it's going to be happening as soon as 10th of January. Of course, things could be changed, and I'm sure more things will be coming out in the open, but I just wanted to kind of like, not say clear up the air, but put this out too so you can get prepared. Again, guys, we're a preparedness channel. The aim is to make sure that we're always ready for any eventuality. So anyway, guys, well, hopefully you find this video helpful. Please don't forget thumbs up. It's really helps the channel. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.